Hi, first graders. Today we're going to practice penmanship and we're going to write the letter D. D is a consonant and it makes one sound. It says D as in donut, dog. Okay, so I have some highway lines up here. Sorry, they're a little crooked, but we're going to make our uppercase D's on the top highway line and some lowercase D's down here on the bottom highway line. Neither of these letters we will need to pick up our pencil. Okay. So I'm doing it with marker. Obviously on your work, I want you to do it with pencil just in case you make a mistake, so you can erase. So uppercase D starts at the top line. So I'm going to put a little dot where it starts, right there, top line. We're not going to pick up our pencil, and we're going to start at the top line. We're going to go straight down to the bottom, trace back up, loop around, and connect at the bottom. Okay, one more time. Start at the top, go straight down, trace back up, loop all the way around, and connect at the bottom. Okay, I want you to watch me make this uppercase D and see if you can figure out what I do wrong. Tricky. So if you notice that I went straight down and then I didn't trace back up, I just curled around, then you're right, and that's not how we make uppercase D's. Okay, when we learn to write our letters correctly like this, it's called Danielian. It will help us when next year you start writing in cursive. Okay, so one more time. So the top, to the bottom, trace up, curve around, and connect. Okay, so for lowercase D's, we start at the dotted line or the middle line. Right there is where we're going to start. We don't pick up our pencil. And it's one of the magic C letters that we talked about in kindergarten. Okay, so I start at the dotted line, curve around. There's my C. Can't see it, but I'm going to move my marker just so you can see my C. That's why we call it one of the magic C letters, because it starts as a C. So we curve around, go to the top, trace down, and give it a tail. Start the dotted line, curve around, go to the top, trace down, and give it a tail. Let's see if you can figure out what I do wrong with this lowercase d. If you're thinking that I didn't use my highway lines very nicely, then I agree. I would erase that one if I was doing it on my worksheet, and I would rewrite it. Okay, don't forget to make your best D's shine. I'm going to say my uppercase D, I think my first one actually looks the nicest, so I'm going to make this one shine. Remember, you can make one uppercase and one lowercase shine. And I think this guy is probably my best lowercase. Okay, your job is to get your whiteboard and your marker and to practice writing 9 very nice uppercase D's and then 9 very nice lowercase D's. Show an adult if they think you've done your best. Then your next job is to go in your white binder and find your D penmanship paper. Looks like this. Same thing that we've done with A, B, and C. I want you to trace your letters that are there for you and then write your own. Okay, some of you have been only completing the top line, and I've been resending, or I've been sending your work back. If you do that, you need to complete both lines on the uppercase and both lines down here at the lowercase, and make sure you finger space in between your letters. Otherwise, watch what happens if you don't finger space. I want to show you why I tell you to finger space. Let's make some new highway lines right here. Okay, so let's say I'm making my lowercase D's. I'm making them nice and neat. And I'm not finger spacing. And all my D's start to run together. And they don't look very nice. Make sure you're finger spacing, so leaving a little space in between each of your letters. Okay? All right, when you're finished, you can turn it over and write or draw, excuse me, 3 things that start with the letter D on the back. Okay? Take a picture and submit it